Hello everyone. So I got that introduction guide to the Warhammer 40K tabletop game, and if you go visit a copy shop or a Games Workshop store, you probably see this. And based on the reviews that I saw on other YouTube channels, I think it's good for the beginner. Yeah, in my case, I mainly got it because I need help with the painting, because I'm actually not very experienced with painting models, and at the same time I'm kind of a perfectionist. So yeah, that's why I got it personally. But also I got it because there's a lot of good looking pictures, and there's also a lot of information on how the game is actually played, because I actually have not played that game before. And so anyway, so right now I'm actually currently making some White Scars Space Marines. So like here's the Space Marine Sergeant that I made, because I got that Space Marine Tactical Squad. It was like over here. And now I was looking at it, I was like, painting this is going to be complicated. So I decided to get that guide for all the useful instructions on how to paint these models. So anyway, let's take a look. So as you can see, we get this guide, and it's a free Space Marine figure. I think it's one of those Primaris Space Marines. It's like one of those, I think, upgraded Space Marines that that's part of the new release. And as you can see, it's the standard Ultramarines deal, because like I said, I was making White Scars Space Marines, but yep. But yeah, anyway, for this one I'm gonna make it an Ultramarine Space Marine, but I'm gonna have to get more paints to do that. So let's open this up and take a look. Okay, so here's the free Space Marine figure that came with this guide. And by the way, I paid $8 for this, and I think it's worth it because you get a free Space Marine figure in addition to a guide that does a good job explaining this game. So anyway, let's open up this Space Marine model and take a look. So here it is. So we got a base that's actually already has a design on it. So this is one of those easy to assemble models, where it has the holes and the bumps to stick into the figure. So what this means is you don't really need modeling glue for this, because usually most models are more like this tactical Space Marine set that I got, where there are more smaller pieces, and you have to glue the pieces together, and even for the base you have to like glue the figure onto the base. But for this one, you don't have to do anything. You just stick it in. As you can see, the legs and the body, it came with one piece. Whereas for this one, it was like the legs and the legs and the body are all separated. So what that means is, if you're like a beginner to this, I would definitely start with this. A kit like this. There are also other starter kits that are also easy to assemble, and you can see it on the box. It will say easy to build or something like that. So like I said, I think this is one of those Primaris Space Marines. It's one of the newest releases because the lore got updated. Anyway, so let's take a look at this this little book or magazine or instructional manual. I don't know. So let's take a look. I like the illustrations too. That's actually another reason why I got it. And so I think this kit is also good for experienced players too. So of course you get the standard deal, and of course you can say that this book is like an advertisement too, trying to get you to buy more models. But they don't have to do this because I already want to get more models. Of course you got some background story on the events. Warhammer 40,000, so 41st millennium, but I think they're moving on to the 42nd millennium, where there's a rift cut across the galaxy, And Dark Imperium, I think that's one of the events. Yeah, I'm still reading on the lore, so I'm not completely familiar with the background, but I think this is where the Ultramarines are fighting the Death God, I think. Some Chaos Space Marines that follow Nurgle. And of course, you got a little description of all the factions. Like this one's about the Space Marines, and the Chaos, which are corrupted Space Marines, and hordes of corrupted humans. And of course, armies of the Imperium. So you got like the Imperial Guard, Adeptus Mechanicus, and Inquisition, the Titan Legions, and the Eldari. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's another word for Eldar. So it's kind of like and then they call the Dark Elder Drukari as like the newest releases. And other aliens too, like the Orcs, Tau, and Necrons. And speaking of Necrons, I also got myself a Trazyn figurine. Yep, Trazyn the Infinite. And then of course, Tyranids and Gene Stealers. And this is more explanations on how to collect these, like where you begin. Like if you're collecting, are you doing it for playing or displaying? Personally, I'm doing it for displaying because I may like to, get beautiful things, kind of like Trazyn. But Trazyn, he likes historically significant things. I like pretty things. But I'm still open-minded to the game. Maybe I'll play it. Of course, Ultramarines are the most popular Space Marine chapter. Yeah, so in this case, I'm gonna make this one. I'm just gonna make this one Ultramarine because it already has the blue shade on it. Yep. So let's take a look. And then yep, and then these are Chaos Space Marines. And then some Eldar models. Of course, and here's how to play the game. And these are some example games. Oh yeah, I think this is actually one of the starter kits. It's the one where you get Ultramarines and Death Guard and like a mat. It's like a good intro kit. So this is more like explanation on how to play that game, and it's like a good introduction to the game itself. Yeah, I think one is called Dark Imperium, and there's another one. Oh yeah, it's called No Fear. Yeah, there we go. No Fear. That's another intro set. So I think it's also be easy to assemble. So if you're a beginner, you probably want to get that one. Of course, some of these beginner kits, they come with paint sets too. Like this one right here. Yep. So it looks like the Death Guard and the Ultramarines have been featured in the introduction sets. So I think this is one of them. Yep, right here. That's one of the introduction sets, and here's the other one. Yep, comes with all the colors. So in fact, maybe I'll get that too. Because since if I'm only gonna paint this one, I might as well get that paint set and practice before moving on to the real challenge of painting those harder to assemble models. Anyway, and then here are some example kits you can get. Like if you're not interested in Ultramarines or the Death Guard, you still got other options. Yeah, personally, I'm interested in the White Scars Space Marine chapter, so that's why I'm trying to build actually. But I'm not an experienced player. I'm also interested in getting like some Tyranids models, and the Tau, and of course Imperial Guard. I like their style, and probably some Necrons too. Yep. Oh, yep. You have this picture right here. I don't know if you guys can get a good view, but yep, that's no reason to keep buying. Eternity War. Yeah, more stuff on the story. For those different war zones in the 42nd millennium, actually. And of course, Cadia, the one that got destroyed by Blackstone Fortress. like you know, Battlefield Gothic Armada 2. I tried that. That beta release. Yeah, it's good stuff too. I like it. Armageddon. That's a bloodletter, I think. And of course, the miniature showcase. Because this is where they try to convince you to get more models. They're showing off some of the cool models they got. Oh yeah, here we go. This is why I got this book in the first place. It's to learn how to paint. That's learning how to paint. That's actually the hardest part of building models. And also, you know, I'm kind of a perfectionist too, so I'm like, oh man, I don't want to mess this model up. So the funny thing is, I think these Games Workshop models are a good place to start if you're new to painting, because they have this Citadel paint system that does a good job of explaining how to do everything. So like before I knew about this, I was like, I just painted directly. I didn't know like you had to do an undercoating, which apparently helps paint stay on your model. And you're supposed to do layers of different colors. Because you know, in the past when I tried painting a model, I just pick one color and paint it directly. Yep. So those are some good steps. Those are some steps. Yep, more paint instruction. Yeah, they get into the details. So I think maybe even for experienced players, this could be useful. Oh yeah, intercessor. Yeah. So yeah, this is part of this is the instruction for making this model. And Plague Marine. Yeah, personally, I'm not big on the no-go Chaos Space Marines. They're grotesque. Like as far as Chaos Space Marines go, I'm actually interested in getting some Cone Berserkers. I think they look good. And of course the Chaos Predator tank. And what's that called? Oh, a Defiler. Yeah, I think maybe in the future. I mean, one model at a time, right? Of course, and it's the list of the colors. And by the way, I think Citadel they have an app that you can download where you can have easy access to figure out which paints that you need to paint what you want. All right. Yep. Space Marine pictures. Ready for war. Yeah. Yeah, it can make an awesome diorama with these models. And data sheets, I think this gives you the stats for the model types and how to use them. Okay, yeah, this is just more rules on how to play the game. So yeah, definitely give this thing a buy. Yeah, definitely buy one of these. Yep, so there you have it. That's this book. And you know, at the very least, you get a lot of good looking pictures. So anyway, I'm going to look through it myself. I'm going to master the art of painting models. I'll probably buy one of those introduction Ultramarines Primaris Space Marine kits that came with all of the paint sets. And then paint up some practice Space Marines. Then I'll continue on with my bigger goal, which is to paint more models. Anyway, so thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. But before we end this video, let's put this Space Marine together. Alright, so I finished cutting out the pieces. And you can tell that this is the cheaper kind, because this part's already kind of chipped right there. But I can fix that easily, just cover that with paint. So anyway, assembling this is going to be quick. Alright, here we go. Alright, here's our Space Marine model. There we go, that's what it looks like. As you can see, it was easy to assemble. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.